Okay, so here today, what I want to get out of this live is I'm going to be presenting you my opinions on the upcoming UFC 280 event. I almost said 270. The UFC 280 event. I'm going to give you guys a few different predictions. I'm also going to be doing a wake and bake stream, so I'm going to be smoking some of the which one should I smoke today? I'm gonna be probably smoking some of the triple chocolate chip. It's a cross between the triple OG and the mint chocolate chip. That one is beautiful. But before I get into that one, let's cover the UFC events first. Um, there actually is a fight between Conor McGregor and Justin Gaethje that is in the works right now, and this is going to be very exciting if this actually goes through. I am honestly predicting that Justin Gaethje has a strong advantage in that fight because he's been more consistent. Overall, when you are more consistent, you have a lot more comfortability in that setting, but Connor is someone you can't doubt. Connor is someone that comes back and he's already trying all of these crazy things in sparring. He is in there looking to be great. That's a good way to sum it up. But overall, I honestly am gonna have to say that I am siding more with Justin Gaethje pulling this one off. Justin Gaethje's footwork has been looking phenomenal, so I would love to see how he does against someone like McGregor. With that being said, though, that leads us into Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev. And this one is going to be honestly the most technical fight that I can even imagine. Honestly, we're going to see that jiu-jitsu can beat wrestling. Usually the wrestlers are super dominant and they're just incredibly hard to beat because when someone can always take you down, that's in the back of your brain. You're not going to want to throw too many kicks. You're not going to want to put yourself in too much danger when they have the opportunity to put you on your back. So, the fact that even though Charles could get put on his back and he could come back and submit Islam is just very appealing. It's very interesting to see. Honestly, I'm going to have to say that my prediction for this one is that Charles Oliveira is going to win. Charles Oliveira is actually going to knock out Islam Makhachev. And the reason why is because Charles Oliveira is a genius when it comes to those straight down the pipe shots. He will put your lights out because he is in there focused on timing and he's focused on just complete technique. He's not in there looking for power. He's not looking in there to tear you apart. He's looking to break you apart. He's looking to make you almost want to get the hell out of there. And that's what I think Charles will be able to do in this one. I do see that Charles will have the advantage in his just straight shots. He throws kicks down the middle. He throws heavy shots down the middle. And honestly, someone like Islam with those looping shots and with his just weird style, he's not going to do well against Charles. This is going to be very exciting, though, because I do think that this will be enough to get Khabib back. And if Khabib comes back against Charles Oliveira, wow, we're in for a huge, exciting fight that is going to be honestly just a war. I cannot imagine that Charles versus Khabib would be any types of boring. It would be just excitement from the second it starts into the second Charles wins it. But that's very controversial of me to say because a lot of you guys are going to be like, Khabib can't lose. Khabib can't lose anything. Khabib can lose. Khabib knows he can lose, and that's the reason why he structured his whole career so well. Khabib is a genius when it comes to picking opponents, and picking which one he knows he's going to beat when, and getting himself out of the fight when he knows it's too risky. So I am honestly a big fan of Khabib. Don't get me wrong by any means. I really am impressed by his marketing moves in which he was able to make himself undefeated. He truly shouldn't be undefeated, because if he took all of the fights that he actually had scheduled and he was actually healthy for, he wouldn't have been undefeated. But hey, he is a smart man, and we have to tip our caps to him. Let's get into the next fight, though. Or actually, I almost completely forgot. Alexander Volkanovski is the backup fighter for Islam versus Charles. This is going to be insane. I honestly am not too sure if this is a smart move for Alexander Volkanovski, because Islam is a tough battle for Alexander. Islam is very good when it comes to wrestling, and we see that Alexander Volkanovski is definitely someone who, if you pressure him enough, you probably will be able to find a takedown. But he is just so short, and he's honestly the perfect size for his weight class, because he's able to break down the people who are lanky, and he's able to break the people who are his size. So him moving up isn't the most strategic move, I would say, but it's going to be huge for him if he actually wins. If he gets this opportunity to jump in there, I do think that he will have a strong chance of actually winning it. So I can't be mad at it. But that right there is the perfect segue into this next fight. Petr Yan versus Shawn O'Malley. Wow, this one right here is going to be absolutely insanity. Honestly, this one is going to be incredibly hard to predict, because we know that Petr Yan is someone who is a late starter. He is supposedly downloading the data. What I believe he is doing, of course, he is just finding that opening. I think people kind of make him sound more like a robot. He's just looking for that opening. He's a very patient, smart person, and he will find the opening if you give it to him. Someone like Shawn O'Malley, though, doesn't give too many openings. If I'm being completely honest, I would say that Shawn O'Malley is someone that realistically is super skilled at making sure that you don't hit him. And that is a very good that's a good style for someone like Petr Yan. You're going to want to make sure that Petr Yan cannot get a hold of you and cannot get his hands on you at all. You don't want Petr to be hitting you, because Petr will put your lights the hell out. Petr is strong. Petr is someone who is definitely very skilled at just being patient and waiting for his time to put your lights out, waiting for that time to just sneak his way in and just kill. So I do strongly believe that the fight between Petr Yan and Shawn O'Malley will go Petr Yan's way. I think that this will be a huge lesson for O'Malley, though. O'Malley's going to learn so much against someone like Petr Yan that it won't even be a loss. It will be something that actually makes Shawn O'Malley a great. This right here is going to be the biggest test in Shawn O'Malley's whole entire career. I strongly believe that Shawn O'Malley would run through Aljamain Sterling. And you might be like, how can you say that when Aljamain Sterling just beat Petr Yan? The reason why I can say that is because Shawn O'Malley's skill and Shawn O'Malley's ability to stay away from people is going to be very hard for someone like Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling will get caught with some very vicious shots, because Aljamain Sterling is so used to being able to just manhandle some people. He's able to just take people the hell down and just do what he wants. So I do see that being a very good fight. I really want to see that. I really want to see Corey Sandhagen versus Shawn O'Malley. But hey, we're getting to see Petr Yan versus Shawn O'Malley. So hey, we are truly blessed. I strongly believe that this fight right here is going to be absolute war. I can't imagine that Shawn O'Malley is able to get Petr Yan out quick. and I can't imagine that Petr Yan's able to get O'Malley out quick. So that leads me to think that this one is just going to be an absolute insane war where either it ends in some fluke way in the very first round, because the only way I can imagine this being a bad fight is if it gets stopped drastically short, if like O'Malley's knee blows out or if some weird cut or something. I can't imagine this being boring at all. I do strongly believe that Petr Yan will win this one though. He just has a lot more skill. He knows how to use his skills a lot better, and just patience, overall patience. I do strongly believe that being patient in those times when you know that it's going to be very hard to put your opponent out, that is what really makes champions. With that being said, though, it's hard for me to bet against O'Malley. O'Malley is just someone that he proves people wrong so much that it's just hard not to be on his side. But that leads us into the Aljamain Sterling versus TJ Dillashaw or TJ Dillashaw fight. This one right here is going to be very exciting. Honestly, I really, really am hoping that we get to see TJ Dillashaw get flattened. I hate TJ Dillashaw, if I'm being honest. And the reason why is because I just love people that are super self-aware, and I love people that can be brutally honest with themselves. I am super critical of my own self, so to see someone like TJ Dillashaw get away with the stuff he gets away with, it just makes me sick. But I'm not gonna go too deep into that. I do really want to see TJ lose this one, but TJ is someone who is very skilled at his takedown defense. He's very skilled at takedowns. He's very skilled at everything. Honestly, TJ is someone that is just a freak athlete. He is someone that is good at everything. So this is going to be very hard. Unlike Petr Yan, I do think that TJ will be able to defend those takedowns a lot better, and I do think that TJ actually will be able to do something with those takedown attempts. I think that he will be able to play Aljamain into the sense of comfortability, and Aljamain might put his head right into a knee, because you never know what TJ is going to do. TJ is so smart, and he's just always in the moment, but he's just not self-aware at all. As it amazes me sometimes to see someone on his level just have such like a crazy ego and just act like everyone should be on his side. It amazes me. But shout out to TJ. I do think that his skill set is just phenomenal. So I can't be a hater. That leads us into the cannabis stuff, though. I covered the MMA stuff. I think that I definitely probably will do some streams that are just focused on MMA. But let's get into the cannabis today. I actually have this upcoming video that I'm going to be doing in the near future. I kind of put it off because I had this music video that I was doing for the past couple days. I might be posting a little bit about that on this channel, but I definitely want to start doing more music videos. So I will have a little bit less videos coming out on this channel, but I definitely am going to stay consistent. I definitely will still have at least like 3 to 4 videos every week. So definitely continue to watch those. I definitely appreciate everyone that has tuned in. But what I'm talking about with this exotic bag video that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you exactly the whole reason why people even buy in to these exotic bags and the business behind it, because honestly, it's very interesting. I am very interested in this. I've always been very interested in why people are convinced that it's going to be gas just off a bag. People don't even need to see the weed anymore. People just want to see what pretty bag you printed up to sell the weed. It's all just lemon cherry gelato cuts too. It's all just the same lemon cherry gelato from the same grower, and 5 or 6 different brands have completely different names for it and just phenomenal pretty bags for it. It's super interesting. Honestly, I do think that the marketing is genius. So I am really excited for that video. But let's just get into Wake and Bake. And I've kind of put this off a little bit. It's kind of a surprise for me. Me holding off on smoking is a rare sight. But overall, I did notice that I had only probably like one or two people stop through so far. I'm not surprised. The Wake and Bake stream thing, I do think it's going to be more of something that people are able to digest after it. Like they'll watch it later, maybe later in the day when they go to smoke or something. I think it's something that I will continue to do, but I want to 100% see what I'm doing wrong. I want to be able to be critical of myself and actually grow with this, because if I'm just staying in the same spot the whole time, no one really wants to watch that. Everyone loves to watch the growth. That's why honestly I decided, like, fuck it. With all this YouTube shit, I'm not gonna keep my cards too close to my chest. I want to be able to reach out to the people. I want to be able to connect with the people. I want to take advice from the people. I want to be able to just be humble. I want to know that I don't know it all. So I definitely want to take your advice on anything that you see me doing wrong. I definitely think that with these lives, it's going to be a perfect way of me being able to do that. I think that it's the perfect way to get the feedback. So I really enjoy doing this, and I hope that you guys enjoy watching it. I definitely will make a better schedule for this, though. I think that will be a better way of actually keeping people aware of when I will do it, and it keeps me more on track. So let's get into smoking this today. I'm actually going to be smoking the triple chocolate chip by Harbor House, and this one right here is beautiful. It is actually a cross of the mint chocolate chip and the triple OG. This one is, it's a smacker. This one is definitely something that if you have a low tolerance, you're not gonna you may not be a fan, because this one will probably give you anxieties, to be honest. That's my favorite though. I love those OGs that'll make you have like a little bit of a panic attack, you know? It's like the type of shit that makes you know you're alive. If you're just smoking that gelato, that regular shit, that shit's just fucking ugh. It's the type of shit you just want to keep smoking because it's just such a mediocre high. This is the type of shit you can smoke a few bowls and you might rethink smoking ever again. Let's get to it. If I'm being honest though, the taste, not the best. I do really, really enjoy this high though. I'm a huge OG fan, mainly because like all these candy strains nowadays, they're cool and all, but I think they're just focusing way too much on taste. I do really enjoy it though. It's super dope to be able to see how crazy a plant could taste, but I don't know. I'm just not the biggest fan, to be honest. I'm not like one of those people who is gonna buy something just because it's called strawberry milkshake or something weird, you know? I did grab a few other strains from Harbor House, and the ones that I actually did grab, I grabbed some of the animal mints. I don't know if you've seen my video on my Instagram page yet, but whoa, this one right here is beautiful. This is it right here. me actually pull out a nug. Let me see if I got any nugs that I didn't break up already. This is probably the biggest one I have right now. As you can see, this one is a beauty. This is actually a cross of the animal cookies and the Kush mints. And this one is definitely best for later in the day. The one that I'm smoking right now, actually, though, is the mint chocolate chip or triple chocolate chip. And honestly, it's weird because this triple chocolate chip, I would say it's best for daytime. Um, if you are someone who has a tolerance, though, it would be best for daytime. I should say that because if you don't have a tolerance, if you are someone who is just a casual smoker, this thing it won't be for you. Let me say that. Let me say it's short and sweet. This one will be a little bit too much. But if you have a tolerance, this will be your best friend because this thing will get you where you need to be quick. That's a good way of saying it, I guess. I think that a lot of the strains on the rec market in Massachusetts are just whack, though, if I'm being completely honest. A lot of the brands in Massachusetts are terrible. I'm just being honest. So to find a brand like this, Harbor House, it's dope. Especially they're doing like crazy good prices, which is weird because I don't know. Me as a person, if I'm being honest, I would probably take advantage of the quality that I'm growing. I would be too hyped up on the fact that I'm growing the quality, like much better quality than everyone else. I probably would get to my head. It's my ego, if I'm being honest. That's why you got to take shrooms. You got to take shrooms to kill that ego. Now I'm kind of going off topic though. That's what happens once you so. I noticed. I rewatched my video back the other day, the wake and bake one, and I was just like, right when I smoked, you could tell the anxieties kicked in. I was just thinking, I'm like, oh shit, there's people watching me right now. It's so funny. It's very weird to think about, but it's dope. Honestly, I'm glad that I can be entertaining enough to actually relieve people of their boredom. Because everyone gets bored, you know. I watch like different streams and shit. That's why I got the motivation to do this. I think that it's dope to see someone actually just being honest. You know what I mean? A lot of people will jump on a stream and they're just faking it the whole time. They're just talking shit. I think it's very interesting to actually see someone being honest. That's why I was like, I'll take my opportunity. Because fucking, what can someone say that's gonna? What's someone gonna say about me that I haven't thought about myself? You know, you gotta think about it in the bigger picture. You could either be your biggest self doubter or you could be your biggest fan, which I think I'm my own biggest fan. You know what I mean? I was just noticing I'm going so off topic so fast. It's funny, but realistically, I've kind of summed everything up. I do want to discuss the music video then quick. I am going to be trying to get more into doing music videos. I'm going to be trying to get more into doing different styles of editing and all of that fun stuff. So, with that means I'm going to be upping the quality on everything. I'm going to be trying to up the quality on literally everything. So, stay tuned for all that. I hope someone actually enjoyed this. I hope this was actually enjoyable. But with these lives, I do just want to kind of just chill. I want to get to know the community a little bit better, build a community maybe, and just have fun. Overall, just enjoy living. So, If you want to enjoy living and you want to come along on this journey, then hit that subscribe button. But with all this being said, I do appreciate you. And for the one person that's actually in this right now, big shout out to you. Much love to you. And I'm going to log out today. Have a nice day.